Air traffic services routes, again part of your regulations and RTR also. ये fixed होते हैं. Just like our highways on the ground, we have highways in the air, but obviously we can't see them because we have an aircraft. So those are set routes like this. Delhi to Chennai, Whiskey 148. They are named like this. Bombay to Kolkata, Whiskey 243. Just like highways like NH8, NH21. Similarly, we have ATS routes. Earlier, we didn't have ATS routes. We used to look at the surface charts and then we used real navigation. Real navigation hoti thi us samay. That time, they used to do real navigation by looking at the pressure systems which are happening. Now, the thing is, these pressure systems are happening on the ground. These charts which were made because they're made by the weatherman. Weatherman lives on the ground. He's not flying the aircraft. But these pressure charts will have a lot of activity in the air. Because in low pressure, air rises. In high pressure, air descends. This pilot knew that if I'm flying in an area of low pressure, air is going to be rising. I might encounter some turbulence, weather, bad weather. And if I'm flying in a high pressure area, air is descending. So it's nothing to do with us. If I'm flying like this and air is pushing me upwards, I'm getting turbulent, right? But if I'm flying at a higher altitude, I know air has gotten colder, it's going down. Thoda bahut turbulence mil sakta hai. Little bit turbulence you might get. But you know, air is falling down. So I can fly in a calm condition. Getting my point? So this is how they used to navigate through the skies. Now these pressure systems which are there on the surface will have impact on the air above. Mostly horizontally. Little bit vertically also, but mostly horizontally it will have the effect. And that means if I have horizontal things changing on an aircraft, tailwind or headwinds are decided by these. Whether I will get a tailwind or I'll get a headwind. And this is why you do fuel calculations also. You don't just take willy-nilly, put for 50 tons of fuel on my aircraft or 60 tons of fuel on my aircraft. What if you're encountering very heavy headwinds? What will you do then? Your fuel will get exhausted more quicker, right? So that 60 tons might be less. So studying this pressure system, they used to carry the fuel also. That if I'm encountering low pressure systems quite a lot, and if I'm flying in the direction of it, that means, and low pressure system extending, obviously they extend outwards. They never extend inwards. They extend outwards. So that means I'm going to get headwind. Headwind means I have to fight the winds. I have to use more power. More power means I'm going to use more fuel. This is how the fuel calculation was done back in the day. Okay.